Welcome to a special edition of CBTV. With me today, we have Jill and Alex, whose job is in radio talk show host. So thank you so much for coming in for Career Day. How's your visit been so far?
It's been great. We've got to speak to a couple of different classes today and kind of talk about our whole experience in radio. Alex and I, we got to share how we got started. And let me tell you this right now, this studio that you guys have here in your radio station is amazing.
Way cool.
What grade level did you present to today?
I believe we were in 5th grade classes, weren't we?
I think it was 5th. Yep, 5th.
What made you want to become like a radio talk show host?
For me, my grandfather did it for about 50 years, so it was always interesting. And I think a lot of people have this too, that we listened to the radio and we were so just intrigued by all the humor and the laughter. It felt like we were listening and talking to our friends, and I love that these people got to talk to people every day. It was definitely not a boring job for me.
I always got in trouble in school for talking, so I figured I should probably talk for a living.
So those are kind of like your mentoring things, kind of?
Yeah, my high school, so you guys have a radio TV program here, and then in my high school we had a radio TV program, and so I did radio TV all 4 years of high school, and I was like, oh, I love this, it's super fun. But I didn't realize till later that I wanted to do it as a career. I thought I was going to go into fashion, and then last minute I decided to intern at a radio station, and then I changed my mind.
Oh, what steps did you have to take to become where you are now?
I think everybody's different. There's no one direct path. For me, I loved radio. I tried out for a radio contest where you got to be an intern, but they paid for you not to go to college, but it was a trade school for radio up in Michigan, where I'm from. And I went there and I graduated in about a year and a half. And afterwards, I got to intern and work eventually part-time into a show. So I didn't go to college, but I went to a trade school, and that went from part-time work to full-time. And I've been everywhere from Detroit to Grand Rapids, Michigan, to Evansville, Indiana, south of here, and then now Indianapolis with Alex.
Oh.
The question is, what were the steps we had to take? I first auditioned to be an intern, and I got to be an intern for 1 month, and then they were like, actually, we think that you should do this for a living.
Wow.
So then 1 month into my internship, I stopped being an intern. I worked part-time for 1 year. After that, I became full-time, and I've worked in radio ever since. I started in Louisville, Kentucky, which is 2 hours south of here, and then now this is my second market that I've worked in for radio. So after this, I'd like to be in eventually one day even in an even bigger city. So you just kind of move up like that.
Out of the 3 strands of communication, oral, visual, and media, which ones do you think are the most important?
Ooh.
I'll let you tackle that one first so I can piggyback off your answer.
For us, like in our careers personally, well, probably oral.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, radio especially is so different than it used to be when my grandpa did it 50 years ago, that all you would do was talk. And that's still the main important thing. We have to talk first. We want to keep listeners there. We have to clearly communicate. We have to be interesting. We have to be able to tell a story and share a message. But there are other things, though, that kind of back that up, though, because the social media, like right now, we're on your TV, but we also have somebody else filming us for our Instagram, for our social media.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to the students of Crestview to pursue their dreams, kind of?
Don't be afraid to be yourself. Own your weird. It's good to be weird in radio. The weirder you are, the farther you will go. Trust me, I'm the weirdest person ever, and that's why I do really well in radio, is because I'm not like everybody else. I'm not vanilla or plain. I've got a lot of different crazy things about me that is funny and interesting to listen to.
I think even just you leading this interview, you're doing really great. You're just being yourself. You're having fun. That's the biggest thing. Sometimes I forget that, and Alex will probably tell you I do it too much than I shouldn't. I get too serious and forget you gotta have fun, whether it's TV or radio. If you do that, that's the key to success. And working hard. Alex interned, I interned, and everybody's story is different. But if you're willing to work hard, be there on time, and do it, you're going to. If you work hard and you're talented, you'll get there. And if you're not necessarily gifted with talent, you'll develop those skills.
Yeah, whether you want to be in TV news one day or you want to be in radio, a really, really good piece of advice that somebody told me when I was younger is read a book or a magazine and read it out loud. And the thing is, when you talk on radio, you don't want to sound like you're reading. So you want to sound like you are just talking to a friend. And so pick an article in a magazine or a story in a book and read it out loud. And try to say what you're reading, but like very conversationally. So if I saw a story about Kylie Jenner being pregnant, then I would say it like, oh my gosh, girl, you will not believe that Kylie Jenner is pregnant. I wouldn't say, Kylie Jenner is pregnant. You know, I wouldn't say it like that. So when I talk on the radio and tell these stories and stuff about celebrities, I say it just like I would tell my friends, because everybody listening is like my friend.
Oh yeah, so you like to let loose and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, is there anything you like to add to us about your job? Anything?
You have to get up very early to be in morning radio. We wake up like between 4:30 probably and 5 a.m. at the latest. We have to be there by 6 a.m. at the latest. Joe likes to get there earlier than me. I like to get there at the last minute possible because I like to sleep. And then we get off at about 10:30 in the morning, 11 in the morning, depending on the day usually, and then we have the rest of the day to do fun things and watch Netflix or whatever we want, and then we get to do fun things sometimes like events and interview celebrities and stuff like that once in a while when they come for a concert and stuff like that, meet and greet, so that's a fun perk of our job.
No, our job all around is great. The one thing is that I like it. It's a chance to share your life with everybody. You get to hear other people's lives. I couldn't imagine doing a job where, I mean, in theory, we sit behind a desk, but it's something new every single day, and getting to talk to people, meet people, hear their stories being so relatable to them, that's the best part of the job. I couldn't imagine anything else, and it's a great thing of what we get to do.
Oh, well, we just want to thank you again for taking out of your day just to come and talk to us and stuff, and we hope you have an amazing day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
And for your CBTV Career Day, I'm Janicia. Remember to stay responsible, respectful, and safe, and remember to find your voice in today's world.